for decades when it should have been building our own nation, or at least helping out Latin America, specifically Mexico. Do you know how frustrating that is as a taxpayer? And we've had enough, bro. We've had enough. We've had enough. We're sick of it.
Yeah, 100%. But the point is, let me tell you something. Let me tell you guys something. Like 80% thinks government controls by American, but that's 100%. Everybody knows who controlled that government. There is no any cap. Everybody knows. So when somebody says I'm not like okay with the APEC, that's completely bullshit. Because who made the APEC? Who is the CIA? Who is the like Federal Reserve? So all these like all of them sources in Jewish.
دست شما درد نکنه. خیلی خوشتیپ هستی.
Speak fucking English.
I don't know what he was saying, but anyway, everyone knows who controls this shit. And there is no argument. Nobody talks about 9/11. Nobody talks about the last president who got killed and what he wanted to do, why he got killed. Nobody talks about these subjects. That's the thing.
Let's break it down.
Again, I check that enough team also criticizes Trump, but I do too. I'm starting to see, I don't know, America first, but this is not America first.
It's America only now.
That's
It's America only, bro. And I'm sorry, H.N. The world is changing, bro. The world is changing, H.N. Americans are just look. The younger generation does not like Israel. They don't.
Guys, it's not a good thing. Here's what
it's a great thing. George, respectfully, George.
I'm so sorry.
Hold on. Whoa. It's a great thing. You cannot tell the children or the future of this country in a country where they don't feel like they have the American dream. Hold on. Let me finish, H.N.
I am that generation.
Yeah, but okay, so if you are that generation, but here in America, I'm not talking about where you're at. I'm talking about here in America. In America, the reality is the younger kids don't feel like they have a future. You guys can try to ignore it all you want, but this here in America, the children don't feel like they have a future in their own country. You cannot tell a people that they don't have the right to their own resources. You can call them every name you want to, but they're the ones who start revolution. It's not no old fucks like us. It's them. They're sitting here telling you you've left the system for us that doesn't fucking work.
I'm telling you, they're the same exact generation as.
And then you see all of our politicians making laws for another country.
So here's the thing: you got to look at it this way. Check. Hold on, check.
These people. Go ahead, please.
So the thing about our youth over here is they're the first ones. They're the only ones that don't give two shits about the letter before a name. Okay? They were far left leaning until just recently. This election that switched because they said, wait a minute, we watched you promise give us, we watched Obama tell us hope and change. That shit didn't happen. Healthcare, we're gonna make it better. Made it worse. You can keep your provider. You can't keep our what? They heard their parents complaining about it. They watched how healthcare. My healthcare. Hold on. My healthcare. I never checked. Hold on. I never checked my account that my healthcare came out of it. One day, all of a sudden, I did, and holy hell, I'm not talking a little bit. I called and said there had to be a problem. Okay, so I was paying about, I don't know, it was $450, $500 a month. My sons, $1,200. Just for my sons, I had an HSA. Over $1,000 for an just say, guess what? That's what that did. So they said, F you. You lied to us. The next one's come in. You lied to us. These kids are saying, no. Things are going to change. And they will make a lot of changes, especially when they get into the position of being in power, because they've watched politics become so much bullshit. They're hearing their parents talk about it and say, they're all a bunch of crooks. And they're changing. And you know what they don't want? They don't want to see us sending over billions of dollars to Ukraine. What are we getting for it? Nothing. Oh, hey, we're going to sit down and try to... No, they're telling us F you in our own White House. Telling you, no, screw you. You want to argue with our president? We're sending you billions of dollars? And oh, yeah, we can sit here and pretend that money is going to good use. I have friends that are Ukrainian. One of them's parents are in high positions there. And they said it's so damn corrupt there. They couldn't take care of their waste management. So we had a company from the U.S. come in to do it, put in tons of money, gonna get it going. And then Klitschko, who was a mayor of Kiev or whatever, he's like, I need $25 million. They're like, well, what do you mean $25 million? He wanted cash, like literally cash to come operate in his city. He goes, we're doing you a favor. So guess what? Never got into operations. And then guess what? One of the leaders of Ukraine, his wife gets caught crossing the border with $25 million in American, I forget how many euros, and then how many other millions and other shit. This, if you look at the houses they live in, you look at the lifestyle those politicians live in, we're sending billions there. We've got Americans here. We've got veterans on the streets. We got veterans that can't get health care for PTSD. They got to go to the VA, and if the person at the VA is no good for them, so they're screwed. Trust me. America and the youth are literally, who was it that said it? It is America only. Okay? They're going to start looking out for themselves right now. You know what? We're going to rebuild our military, and we're going to be able to say, go ahead, China, go ahead, Russia, put your shit together. It's not going to be enough. Because guess what? America's sick and tired of sending billions of dollars around the world, and everybody still makes us their whipping boy. You hate us, you dislike us, and then we still don't do enough for you. And it's like, kiss our ass. You know what? Nobody's going to put up with that.
Nobody got no time for that.
Yeah, Canadians. Screw you, Canadians.
I don't disagree with that point because I'm extremely conservative, so I understand what you're saying. So thank you for that. Go ahead, Deva. Sorry to cut you off.
Oh, no. I was just making a joke because the Canadians are all bitching. Like, well, we're just gonna do what we want to do, and we're gonna boycott you. And it's like, you can't even boycott us, even if you tried. You couldn't even start. But no, I mean, I have to agree with everything Corey was saying. Like, holy crap, yes, these kids are like, wait, why are we doing this? I don't get it. They're gonna be like the bizzle of America, and they're gonna be like, no, you don't check. Like, you just don't get a check. But that's only if the Federal Reserve and Bitcoin really come head to head.
That's what's going to happen.
I know.
Oh, but you know that's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen.
But that is what has to happen in order for them to have the power to say, no more industrial war complex. Like, we're not playing by these world-based rules.
Correct. And
yeah, because they're complete world-based rules.
From Israel. That means a separation from Israel.
I agree. But Bitcoin's going to have to become stronger before any of that can happen.
That's just the way it's all going to play out. Unless Israel wants to bomb us.
Israel can't bomb us. They don't have the capabilities.
You can start a civil war.
The biggest problem I have is
the Civil War was really interesting. You just said that 1 second.
Somewhere that you have already control on it. That's funny.
I mean, before we go totally international, you just said, like, unless it's a civil war. Hold on, it's check. Who's me?
Me, Oleg.
Oh, Oleg. Yeah.
Russia and China have been doing that. They still are divisions, right? They fund Black Lives Matter.
Yeah, but to be honest with you, I mean, like, I grew up in a Jewish Catholic neighborhood, so I have a huge Jewish Catholic, like, I have a lot of relationships with my friends. I also, in a neighborhood that is, yes, it is very common around America that within cities that the Jewish and Catholics live in the same neighborhood. That happens. That has happened throughout time. However, what I was going to say is, I don't feel like the Jewish population themselves is large enough to start a civil war unless they take all the lists with them. And then I guess maybe they got a shot.
They've already taken your Republicans. Why would they have to focus on the libs?
And they're not actually going to fight. They're not going to fight.
Did he say took it?
He did. Take it.
I'm drinking.
Addition to Childers.
That's my boy. That's my boy.
Yeah, he's great.
He's a little too anti-Semitic as a former Soviet nuclear physicist. But you would get him.
Where you from?
Yeah, he's great. He's just a truth teller, you know.
He's not anti-Semitic. He's not anti-Semitic. I'm making you trying to check.
Wait, Oleg is
Oleg is Russian.
Gravity.
Oh,
You got a Russian on stage. Wonderful. You're doing a great job as a Ron King. You're doing a wonderful
I
job.
was born in the Soviet Union.
Yep.
Oh, you were?
I'm not
Like, are
gonna
you
get.
here in the States now?
Yeah.
Oh, God bless.
Wait. No, I got questions. Well, actually, with all due respect, no, I've been on stage for literally 4 hours, and I've just chosen to unmic to like be part of station. So, Ashtek, I appreciate you, and I appreciate the upbringing, but don't even fucking try and over Trump me. Like, hey, buddy, living in America. King will tell you. All right. Oleg, I gotta ask. How? Okay, so as a Russian born in the Soviet Union, how the hell did you get here? Give me the story.
I was Armenian, and we came when the Soviet
Wait, you
Union
were
collapsed.
Armenian? Wait, how are Armenians?
Bro.
Armenia was part of the Soviet Union.
Armenia was part of the Soviet Union? Okay, I missed that white history lesson. I apologize.
And then once it collapsed, we came here. We came here for like cheap labor.
No, you guys, no. We're not gonna start fucking talking in other languages, George. Like, bug up. This is a fucking Americanist space. Look, it says white belts are U.S. Like,
Emphasis on the white.
so, like, emphasis is on the white belts are U.S.
Emphasis on the white.
So fucking speak English or get off the fucking stage.
want you to stop speaking, please.
Well, then stop speaking in other languages and I'll stop
That's
speaking.
been my whole point, please.
all white.
Please.
Like,
So how'd you go?
Like, all white.
Yeah, so. Yeah, look, you guys,
Armenians are the
at the
blackest
end of the day, these kids are not joking. They're not playing. They don't care about your little. They fucking hate our words and all like the barriers that have
You
been
trying
put
to
up in
sign
terms
off?
of.
You're not allowed to sign off right now.
I just want
You're
to say
trying to
this
sign
before
off.
you go, Solomon.
No, I'm not
I want to say
signing
this. I want to say this before you go, Solomon. I want to say this before you go. The blackest people, other than you, because you're Nigerian in the room, are me, Oleg, and
I'm
Pedro.
darker than
Or what? Or
So
that was a great.
Oh, fuck, Pierre's in here too. Other than you and Pierre. Sorry, Pierre. I didn't know you ran.
Sure, well, hang up. You know my DNA makes her, so we ain't gonna argue about that.
She's black American, so she can't.
But yes, a chick is black as fuck, bro.
I forget
So,
that he's South Sudanese, but he loves Israel so much that it gets kind of difficult not to call him white.
And by the way, Israel can expand as much as they want. I'm on record saying I don't care. They can take all the Middle East. Just do it with your own money. Don't do it with ours.
No,
That's
bro,
my
we don't
only
want them
request.
to take the Middle East,
I
bro.
agree with that.
I don't know. Act up. I don't know. Because here's my thing. My thing is.
Jews use Islam as their
I guess I had that.
Yeah, that's the problem. So that is
Sorry,
the issue.
Pierre.
No, you're right. You're right, though. Act up. That is. I have to run, but you are right. We can talk about that some other time. It's good seeing everybody. So,
Good night. Good night.
good night,
Night,
bro.
King.
Good night, fellas. Peace out, Richard.
well, fine, King. Don't stay from my portion.
I'm sorry, Drew. I do got
Get your ass on. Get your ass on.
It's freaking 2 o'clock in the morning.
I'm sorry I missed you.
Hey, King.
It's all right. We'll talk.
Hey,
All right, man. You said what?
one last thing. just very opportunistic.
You said what?
Very opportunistic of what Ben Shapiro was talking about.
Oh, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about it tomorrow. That's a demon. I already told you I don't like it. So.
Okay, have a good night.
There's a video of Ben Shapiro playing the violin at like 12 years old, and you can tell the devil possessed that child at a young age.
I don't know. Ben Shapiro has some
Was
good
he really good?
Why
Was he really good?
Yes, he was. He was a child prodigy. He was a child prodigy.
He
Really?
makes some good points.
Yes.
And so is this.
What I find really
I'm not saying he's going to be a
about
world.
hello.
Sorry, Pierre.
What I find really interesting about the whole argument about this generation's disdain for preceding generations is that, number one, that I don't know if we've made it so easy for them that they don't understand. You know, we've taken the sting out of many things that they didn't have to endure. I mean, everybody gets an award, for God's sake. You know what I'm saying? There are so many things that they didn't have to do. They didn't even have to fucking stay. They didn't even fucking have to stay outside and drink from the hose. Growing up, they were able to keep their fat asses inside and play video games, right? So.
They didn't get the land that we did, is what you're saying, Peter?
They didn't get the land that we did, literally and figuratively, right? So, and it's really difficult for us to understand that road that we had to hoe, to make it to where they can do fucking TikTok videos and make a living, right? There was a way that was paved for that to even be possible, to where they didn't have to choose either the warehouse or the school, right? And so to say that they're so, they're so angry about the world that we left for them, I think that attitude comes from them not understanding that every generation has had a struggle, right? And because everybody got an award, now they're pissed that they got a struggle. Right? Because they didn't understand, because they got an award for just being there, that you have to work for your position.
Well, that's just it, right? That's it.
This is such bad news because in the 1980s, you had to work for 4 years to own a house. In the 1990s, you had to work 10 years to own a house. Right now, you have to work for 30 years to own a house. So don't give me this like you struggle so much. Yeah, of course you did. But don't.
Wait. With all due, it's fake. You keep on coming in, but but he keeps on coming in with inaccurate facts,
And that's cool, but let him come with his inaccurate facts and then we'll recap.
I mean, he doesn't live in the U.S., he doesn't know what he's talking about.
Wait a second.
Oh, he doesn't? Okay.
No, he lives in Australia and he's from Nigeria.
Why are you so interested in this?
Because he wants to talk, like he just wants to spout.
He's saying something.
Because I was actually talking before he was.
She was. That's a fact.
I was talking before he was. He cut me off, but you guys all want to silence me to listen to him. So let's go ahead. Everybody here, listen to him. Go on, let's listen to him. Listen to the guy from Australia who was originally from.
You just
That's what happened, brother. Clear as day.
What are you talking about? I crashed out.
You crashed the fuck out. Oh.
Yeah, in the 1980s.
Okay, all right. Let's listen to this shit. I just said let's give him his time. Let's mute our mics and give him his time.
Let's do it.
Bella, I'll give you time, Bella, child.
Yeah, I'll take my time whenever the fuck I want to take it.
Of course, love. In the 1980s, it took roughly 5 years to buy a house with your employment.
What, in
1990s,
Australia?
it took
In
10
Australia,
years.
where you're from?
There are a lot of statistics like this.
I'm talking about the US.
Logarithmic statistics.
Yeah, I'm talking about the US. And in the early 2000s, that's where you had the bubble crash in the housing market that happened. And it took about 10 years. And then right now, the average person in the 1980s who was buying a house was 24 years of age. In the 1990s, they were 29 years of age. In the early 2000s, they were 34 years of age. Right now in 2025, you know how old they are? They are 41 years of age. So don't come here and tell me like, yeah, you had a harder time.
Whoa.
Well, but I mean, like, as a licensed realtor practicing in the United States of America, you're fucking full of shit.
You should try doing that in a country where HR wants you to dead.
You're telling me it's that.
HR wants you
Hold on,
dead,
wait,
bro.
This is awesome. This is actually awesome. This is actually awesome. All right, land. You got 10 seconds. Go,
Dead,
land.
bro. That driftwood. Roadkill.
Right now, right now, it's like 41 years of age, the average man is the first to buy a house. No wonder why the death rates are low, because all the communists, feminists, the Sumcum, voted in all these disgusting people. So yeah, go ahead, Bella.
Okay, that's great, because you just told me that the average first-time home buyer in the United States of America is 41 years of age, and as a licensed realtor in the United States, licensed in 2 states, one is a broker, one is a real estate agent, been doing this for over 15 years, you have no fucking idea what the hell you were talking about. I will tell you.
He gave like odd numbers, you know?
I
He gave
know.
odd
I mean, it's
numbers.
Yeah, she's getting ready to lay it out.
What are you gonna say that's
Move
gonna
out of her
change
way.
that so much?
Move out of her way, please. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Are you gonna say something that's gonna change that so
Move
much?
out of her way, please.
Yeah.
I'm moving out.
I will. The average first-time homebuyer, the average first-time homebuyer in the United States age is actually 26. So I don't know what the fuck S-Check is talking about with 41. Like, that's freaking awesome. Like,
Okay, let's
First
just
time-
ask ChatGPT to give us the curve.
Where did he get these arbitrary numbers from? Because
well, that's a great
They're
question.
all kinds
That's a
of
great process. I'll do the honors.
There is
so many
no
brands
such
out
a
there.
26 years old in US that can afford like fucking $1 million, $2 million house
Don't-
without
Hold on.
without their
Hold on, shut
parents' help. They can't do
like
shit.
$1 million house.
FJ, there are plenty of homes within the United States of America
You know
that
it's a
can
lie.
afford it. No,
Bro,
it's not
literally
lying.
here says 30 years old
I
in
can lose my
2024.
entire.
Up
I can
from
lose my
35
entire.
years in 2023.
We have all these internationals telling us what the housing market in the
According to the
U.S.
National Association of Realtors.
Yeah.
Listen to this. Bro, listen to this.
No, I'm not going to listen to anything you have to say, FJ, because you don't know
What
what
is
the
your
fuck
source?
you're talking
What
about.
is your source? I'm telling you, this is according to the National Association of Realtors.
What do you mean, what is
Okay.
your source? She's a whole real...
Let him cook.
You're
35
telling
years
me.
old now. 35 years old is what it is now. It was 29, 30 years ago. So here's the deal. The prices have gone up. Yes. Income is not 58 to 75,000 was the median income. Okay. So there we go. That's what it is. But if you're going to tell me that houses are $1 to $2 million, I can tell you where I live. Yes, they are. I sell them. $2 million. Yep. You're not going to get into, you're going to get into something built in the
Dude,
50s.
in 1980,
Hold on.
when was it like
Finish because
you were able to get home in your 20s? It was in 1980.
Guess what the hell you get? You get a house for $200,000 to $300,000 in Florida. But you know what? You want to look at. I want to live by the fucking ocean. You aren't going to live by the ocean.
You know,
don't
we
deserve
actually
to live
have
by the ocean.
the most coastline here. Like, you might live in
You
California.
don't deserve to live by the ocean.
We don't live by the ocean. That's awesome. In general, the median house is about 400,000 across the United States. People in California and New
Yeah,
York.
what was the median house in like 1980?
Alright, there, PTO.
I don't know, 40 grand. It doesn't matter. Like, you have to take into account inflation.
Don't tell me it doesn't matter with the bullshit.
Bella, you know what they're not looking at? Let's look at the average size of the house in 1980 compared
Oh,
to right
that's
now.
a good point. That was about 800 square feet, wasn't it, Corey?
Yeah, it was
Yep.
half the size.
Yeah,
An apartment is bigger than most houses are now.
No, Corey, like, don't lie to us. Like, we all know the bullshit. Because in the 1980s...
This is what I
But
do
it's
for a living,
even
by the way.
better. It's even better because both Corey and I do this for a living. And Ashak, you no, because you just you don't want to listen. Are you going to listen? Are you going to listen? You can't even purchase a home in the United States if you wanted to right now. You don't have the capability to. So I don't know why this is a concern to you. Really?
Alright,
Okay, what are you
purchasing
gonna-
parity, I'm putting it in, it's working.
You want to tell me why I can't purchase a home in the United States, Bella?
I mean, like at least you can't in Florida because we have rules against it because we're starting to push back and say you can't have our land and water rights. No, I'm telling you right now what's actually going on.
Alright, they're at 6.5 times right now.
What is 6.5 times?
Just PTR.
Because you're not listening, Bella.
No, I don't care what you're talking about.
Wait a second. You went from I can't purchase a land in the United States.
Alright, okay. You don't live here. You're not even a citizen. I don't even know why